up, y'all? It's your girl Kai, and I'm back with another video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you are new here, what's up? My name is Kai, and you are tuning into my YouTube channel. It must be Kai. Definitely go ahead and hit that like, comment, and subscribe button if you want to support me here on my YouTube channel. And go ahead on over to Instagram and follow me on Instagram at It Must Be Kai. All right, y'all, so what's up? Okay, it is about to be Thanksgiving. It is quickly approaching us, and I was like, I want to come to them with a video, okay, but I didn't want to do my hair because my hair is still fresh. Okay, this is my claw clip. If you haven't seen my claw clip video, definitely go check that video out. Is the video right before this one, so go ahead and look at that so you can see how I got my hair like this, so you won't be in the comments of this video asking how I got my hair like this, because you would have seen the video before this already and you know how I got my hair like this. Okay, so thank you. All right, y'all, so we're just gonna go ahead and get right into this video real quick, super quick video. I just wanted to come chit chat with y'all a little bit about the natural hair do's and don'ts, okay, because I feel like we've gone over what to do, but I feel like we should compare the do's and the don'ts, all right? Because a new year is coming up, so if you have been doing some of these things this year, keep it up or stop. And if you want to incorporate it next year and just have on your New Year's resolution what you want to do with your natural hair, you could definitely add them on, because I'm about to give y'all the tea. So without further ado, let's go ahead and just get right into the do's. All right, y'all, so the first do on my list for natural hair is to deep condition and do hair mask, okay? Like, deep conditioning and doing hair mask is going to be your best friend when you have natural hair, especially when it comes to making your curls pop, okay? Because the best way to make our curls pop, make sure they're healthy, make sure we have healthy hair, and that the hair growing out of our scalp continues to stay healthy all the way to our hips, or however long you want to grow your hair, is to make sure that the hair is moisturized, that it's getting all the nutrients, vitamins, and good things added to it, okay? So we really just want to make sure that we are deep conditioning and using hair masks from time to time. You don't want to do this too often because you don't want to over process your hair, but make sure you have a really good deep conditioner, a regular conditioner, and a hair mask all in your collection. So you need 3 good things in your collection. When I say a regular conditioner, I'm talking about a conditioner that you could wash out in 10-15 minutes, okay? I'm talking about that conditioner. Everybody needs one of those that you can do whenever you wash your hair, because after we shampoo our hair, we have completely stripped our hair of every single oil, all the buildup, anything that is in our hair. We are completely stripping it, and it's up to us to be able to put that nutrients back into our hair after we strip it out. So making sure that you have a really good regular conditioner and a deep conditioner and a hair mask. I would pretty much recommend to do a hair mask maybe once a month or once every 2 months, however it fits into your schedule, just to make sure that your hair is staying healthy and getting all those vitamins and nutrients that it needs. And this can also help your hair curl as well, because if you are having a problem with your curls popping and your hair curling, or either your hair is curly but it's not shiny, as you do deep conditioning treatments and hair masks, you are going to realize that your hair is going to start curling more on its own, and it's going to start getting shiny, and it's going to start to grow longer, because realistically the hair that comes out of our scalp is very new soon as it grows out of our scalp, and the longer it gets, the older it is. So the ends of our hair is the oldest part of our hair, so it definitely needs a ton of love. So whenever doing a deep conditioner, hair mask, anything like that, make sure you're getting those ends and showing them love, because they are very old, okay? These are the oldest parts of your hair, period. So that's why it's important that, once again, you deep condition. They're more exposed to wear and tear, as in when you're styling, manipulating your hair and things like that. So our hair goes through a lot, so it's really important that we're showing it love, adding nutrients to it as well, making sure that it stays moisturized. And the more often that you do that, you're going to notice your curls start to curl, your hair is going to start to grow, it's not going to be breaking off. You'll definitely be able to retain length at a faster pace and way better than usual, and it's just all around just going to be super duper good. So definitely make sure that you're deep conditioning, having hair masks. Side note, I'm so sorry if y'all can hear the train outside my house. It is so loud. I hope y'all can't hear it. Anyway, that is my first do on my list today. It is deep condition and do hair mask, okay? Because we want the curls to be popping, we want them to grow long, and we want them to be shiny. So let's go right on to number 2. All right, y'all, so after explaining that brings me to my second do, as in trim regularly. I know we don't like trimming our hair, okay? We just don't like to do it. But y'all, let me tell you, I've said it before in previous videos. If you feel like your hair is like getting really tangly, it's dry, it's brittle, it's just really having a hard time being lively, once you clip your ends, I promise you will see an entire difference in your head of hair, because it happens to me. I don't know what goes on, but when I need to trim, my entire head of hair is affected, and I don't understand why. But as soon as I trim off those dead ends, my hair just like comes back to life, okay? And I know we're like, well, how can I retain length if I'm gonna keep trimming my hair? I personally trim my hair every 6 months, so ultimately I trim my hair twice a year. That's all it takes, and I'm just gonna retain length from the time on. But what's gonna keep you from trimming off so much is to make sure that you're practicing healthy hair care, okay? That's what it's gonna help you not have to take off so much. Because if you've been wearing wigs back to back, braids back to back, not moisturizing your hair, not deep conditioning, dyeing it, coloring it, getting box braids constantly, and just ultimately not taking care of your hair and over shampooing it to where it's really weak and just things like that, your hair, you're gonna have to cut off more than what you would like to cut off. You're gonna have to do a cut, okay? And we just want to do a trim. So in order not to have to trim a whole inch off, you have to take care of your hair and your hair shaft all the way up until your trim, so that you only might have to knock a centimeter off. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm getting at? And how there's a correlation of it all? The better you take care of your hair, the less you're going to have to trim, and that's how you're going to be able to retain more length. Because if you're not taking care of your hair, it's going to split all the way up. Because think about it, when we're brushing and combing our hair, if you're detangling your hair and you're ripping it, all you're doing is destroying those weaker ends of your hair. So then when it's time for your trim, either you or your beautician or your hairstylist is going to have to cut off, is going to have to trim about 1.5 to 2 inches. But if you're taking care of that hair and being gentle with it and doing your healthy hair care routine, then you're probably only going to have to cut off just a little bit. See what I'm getting at? So just make sure you're trimming your hair regularly, as in I say every 6 months, or if you want to trim it more often, that is up to you and your hair. So if you feel like you have heat damage or some type of damage up to a certain point and you do want to start knocking that off, definitely do your trims more often. And if you haven't seen my video where I ultimately kind of chopped off all the front of my hair, my real OGs know that my hair in the front of my head used to be like super limp. It would barely curl. It was extremely frizzy. But what I did was I just chopped it all off. I wasn't going to go little by little because I was like, what's wrong with the front of my head? Why won't it curl like the rest of my head? But ever since I knocked off the front of my hair that was dead and limp and split and just not healthy at all, my entire head of hair has completely flourished. The front of my hair curls and all that good stuff. So it's worth it. Like I said, number 2, trim your hair regularly. The better you follow step number 1 and take care of your hair, the less hair you're gonna have to trim. Okay, see how it all works together? It all works together. Okay, and so that's gonna bring me to number 3. Okay, I kind of already mentioned it, and this is number 3 of my do's. It is take breaks between protective styling. Okay, please take a break. A lot of us go from wigs to braids to tape-ins to traditional sew-ins to some braids again to just all type of stuff. Okay, so just make sure that you're taking a break. Okay, I know sometimes if you're used to wearing extensions or wigs or braids constantly, sometimes you feel awkward if you have your hair out. And I totally understand that feeling, not being sure of how to wear your natural hair and wear your curls, or if you feel like your curls aren't curling or they don't look how you want them to look yet. I know it can be hard, but it's important that you give your hair a rest between your hairstyles. I'm all for a good protective style, but I always make sure that I have a break or I'm taking some time between each style, okay? Every single time, because I don't want to jump from one to the other to the other to the other, because that is a lot on your hair. That's a lot of your hair being braided, bonded down, and manipulated. Because believe it or not, when you are getting sew-ins, braids, anything like that, you are ultimately manipulating your curl. Either you're making your curl go in a different pattern, such as a braid, or you're blowing it out, which is, you know, just, you're really just manipulating your curls times 10, okay? So when you do want to wear your natural hair out, your hair won't curl because it doesn't really understand how to, because it's always just been bonded down. The curls don't know how to spiral or do an S because they're always used to being bonded down, manipulated, and change the wave pattern. So with that being said, give your hair a break, give your edges a break, just give your hair a break, because after being in protective style, yes, it's like, oh, my hair is on a break because it's in a protective style. But when I say give it a break, I mean let it breathe. Let your hair breathe, okay? It want to feel the wind up against it too, okay? It want the air to hit it and it blow. It want to do all that because it's beautiful. Okay, so make sure that you're giving your hair a break between all your protective styles, and this can also release the tension off of your scalp as well, because our hair starts with our scalp. If we don't have a healthy scalp, the hair that's gonna grow out of that scalp is not gonna be healthy, okay? Point blank. If our ends aren't healthy, if our scalp isn't healthy, you're not gonna have a healthy head of hair. Simple as that. So take breaks regularly between your protective styling, please, okay? And I promise you will see a difference in your hair, all right? So along with 1, deep conditioning and doing hair masks, 2, trimming your hair regularly, and 3, taking breaks between those protective styles, baby, nobody can stop you or your hair growth, okay? Or your hair health. So definitely take those do's into account, and we just gonna go ahead and get right into the don'ts. Are y'all ready for this? I hope nobody gets offended by my don'ts, but I'm gonna just say my don'ts anyway, okay? I'm about to be real with y'all, because y'all know I always gotta be real with y'all. So let's go ahead and get right into the natural hair don'ts. All right, y'all, so the first natural hair don't should be an automatic. Y'all already know what I'm finna say. Do not shampoo your hair every week. Don't do it. I'm so sorry. Okay, I know we have been saying this forever. We've been saying this forever. Don't shampoo your hair weekly because it's too much, okay? We secrete so many natural oils and so much nutrients out of our bodies and ourselves. Our hair produces these things. So when you're shampooing your hair too much, you're constantly stripping that off over and over and over again, okay? So realistically, we just don't need to shampoo our hair every week. Unless you really just have buildup, then you shampoo your hair. But I shampooed my hair to get out, like if I do a sleek bun, I might shampoo my hair because I have a ton of gel and all that stuff at the top of my head if I just need to, but I'll just do a little bit on that section. So I might do that. I might shampoo my hair then, but overall, I'm not shampooing my hair every single week, okay? 9 times out of 10, I really just hop in the shower and rinse the style out. And so I'm getting in the shower, and after this hairstyle, because I shampooed my hair to put this hairstyle in my head, I'm not going to shampoo my hair again. I'm literally going to get in the shower and just rinse the style out of my head. And that has always been very, very good for my hair, because my hair isn't forced to be dried out, because once you shampoo, you're drying your hair out, and yes, then it's going to be time for you to deep condition and put the nutrients back in your hair, okay? So let your hair hold on to some of that nutrients and some of those oils for a while. Of course, I wouldn't say go over 2 weeks, because me personally, I know when my hair is dirty. When my hair is dirty, like let's say if I have missed a couple of washes, like I just hadn't gotten a chance to do it, my face will break out, okay? And I don't like that. And baby, I don't like that. So I do not like when my face breaks out. So when my face is broke out, that's when I know I need to wash my hair, period, okay? Like when I have braids in my hair and my face bumps up like on week like 4, that's when I know. I be like, yeah, it's time for these braids to come out, or I either gotta wash my braids because my face is breaking out. You will probably notice or know when your hair is dirty because you're gonna react in some type of way, because that's a lot of oil in your hair that has built up. That's a lot of product. Just with that being said, your body, your face, or whatever is gonna tell you when you do need to shampoo your hair, but I say every 2 weeks. Okay, or every 2 weeks, every other week, however you want to say it. That's how often you should be shampooing your hair. So I know we like to shampoo our hair. I know we love, after a long stressful week, to take our hair out of whatever style or how we got it and to just hop in the shower and just get a good suds going. But believe me, don't do it every week. Don't do it every week, girl. Start changing it maybe once every 2 weeks. Get in there, rinse it out. Rinse out the style. If you want to put conditioner in it to help or something like that, do that, but do not shampoo every single week. Okay, it's too much for our natural hair. Okay, so let's get right into number 2. All right, y'all, so number 2 on our don'ts is a big no-no. Okay, I'm talking about, this is a huge no-no. All right, this is a huge no-no. I feel like y'all, like, I really just can't stress this enough. Like, I really should have made this number 1. This should have been number 1 because I see folks doing this on TikTok. Please don't detangle your hair dry. Please do stop. Y'all, stop detangling your hair dry. Don't do it. You are breaking it off. Okay. If you're gonna detangle your hair, you need to be putting some type of product on it. Don't just detangle your hair dry. Well, I'll say this. Don't detangle your hair dry or without any product on it. Don't do it. If I was to take my hair down from this and start combing it, you could just kiss it all goodbye, to be honest. And to constantly do that, you're breaking off your hair. Okay, it's not good for your hair. It's not. You're frizzing your hair. You're breaking off the ends of it. Just don't do it, y'all. Do not detangle your hair dry. Do not detangle your hair without any product in it. I wouldn't even detangle my hair when it's just wet. Like, I wouldn't wet my hair to detangle it. I'm putting some type of product in it mixed with water. So if I was to take my hair down from this and I just want to detangle it without shampooing it or conditioning or anything like that, I'm gonna put something with some slip in my hair. I'm not just gonna spray my hair with water and just start detangling it. I know we do that with our bundles, but do not do that with your real hair. Okay, do not comb your hair while it's dry or without any product in it. You need some type of slip to detangle your hair, because that brush is going to break your hair off bit by bit. If you constantly keep doing it, it's gonna rip your edges out and is going to break the ends off of your hair. Okay, please do not detangle your hair while it is dry or without any product in it. You need some type of product with a slip in it. Typically, products with slips in it are gonna be leave-ins and conditioners. I'm not even combing a hair mask through my hair. One, because hair masks do not have any slip at all. That's not healthy either. Okay, if you have a hair mask that does have some slip, cool, drop it down below because I would like to try it. Thanks. But other than that, hair masks are very thick and creamy. Don't confuse thick and creamy with something that has slip. Something that has slip is typically a little more watery. The consistency is a little thinner. I don't know how to explain it, but you just know when it has slip because your brush just be gliding through it. Like, if it's kind of sticky, if it's thick, don't even try to detangle your hair with it because it's gonna be hard and it's gonna take long. And to be honest, detangling your hair dry takes even longer than taking the steps to make sure that you're detangling your hair with some product in it. So if you're trying to retain length and not have to trim as much off when it's time to get your hair trimmed, definitely stop detangling your hair dry or without product in it. You need some type of slip so that brush can glide through your hair so it's not breaking it off and damaging it. Okay, so that's what I have to say about number 2. That's self-explanatory. I can't stress it enough because I can go on and on and on all day about it, but I'm not going to because I said what I said, and that's just tea. So let's go right on to the last don't. All right, y'all, so the last don't, I ain't even gonna lie to you, was kind of tricky because I was trying to make it even with do's and don'ts. Okay, I was trying to make it even, but it kind of just came out as I wanted to say heat and hair dye. They go in the same category together. Okay, over here they do. Over here they do, because they just do. All right. So if you don't know, my hair is dyed. Okay, my hair is not jet black. I do use a blue black hair color on my hair. Dyeing your hair constantly can be very, very damaging and not good for your natural hair. Okay, and heat. We all know heat constantly. Actually, too much of anything is not good. Okay, straight up, too much of anything is not good. If you're dyeing your hair on a weekly basis using bleach, anything like that, you might want to call it with them curls, shorty. Like, for real. And that length, because all that dye is gonna do as it gets older and older, all the bleach is going to do, especially if you're not taking care of it, is going to break off over time, bit by bit. Like I said, those trims, that beautician gonna be taking off 1.5 inches every single time. Okay, so when it comes to dyeing your hair and putting heat on it, just be careful, because believe it or not, you can dye your hair so much to where you straighten it like you got a relaxer. Yes, you can do that, because it's still a harsh chemical. There's still bleach involved. Dyeing your hair in heat can be very, very harmful. We all know that. So definitely make sure that you're doing it in moderation. That's really all I have to say about that, because we all straighten our hair. So far, I've straightened my hair once this year. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. But it's okay, because I'm going to do it again. But I personally only straighten my hair maybe 1 to 2 times a year. But that's just me, because I kind of have stopped liking my hair straight. But that's neither here or there. But I do dye my hair probably every 4 months. I think I dye my hair every 3 to 4 months, because I can tell when I need to dye my hair. Like, my roots grow out, because my hair is a light sandy brown color. So, yeah, whenever I see that coming in and it's just too much and it's like obvious, that's when I go ahead and dye my hair. So I'm not really keeping track of months. I'm really just going by how my hair looks, because to be honest, I just can't keep up with how often. But I just know I'm not doing it on a monthly basis. I'm not touching up my roots on a monthly basis. Okay, and even when I do dye my hair, I just do a root touch up. I'm not going all the way to the ends of my hair, because you're just over processing your hair for no reason at this point. Okay, so if you do have a color in your hair and you just want to do root touch ups, make sure that color is just touching the roots of your hair. Just be careful of that. And also, like I said, be careful of heat. When it comes to blow drying and straightening your hair, you do not have to put it on the highest setting. You just don't. Okay, when you're blow drying your hair, you can do it on cool, or you could do it on heat and then hit it with the cool afterwards. And also, when it comes to straightening your hair, you don't need the flat iron on 450 degrees. You don't, because if you didn't know, the higher your flat iron is, it's actually gonna frizz the hair shaft. So you think that the higher the flat iron is, your hair is going to get smoother and smoother, but it's like you don't need it that high, because if the flat iron is too high, it's actually going to frizz the hair shaft. Like, it's going to cause the hair shaft to be like this. So that's just a little something for y'all that I just knew, that I just found out because I read from time to time, you know. So that just brings me to the end of my don't. All right, y'all, so I just want to thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. I really hope y'all enjoyed every bit of it. I hope this video was helpful as far as the do's and don'ts for natural hair in general. I made this so that it's not for a specific type of hair or anything like that. It's just straight up and down for all natural hair across the board. These are really just the basics, okay? Super duper basic things that you can follow. If you want to start incorporating these things this year, cool. If you want to put these on your New Year's resolutions, by all means, y'all gonna see your hair flourish, okay? But I just want to thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I just want to thank every single one of y'all for supporting me, and I will see y'all in the next video.